This is the Tarot and Oracle forecast for the month of October 2018. We have a look at the big energies here, which will touch on most of your lives in one way or another, or it could tell the entire story for you for the month. If you would like a personal or private reading, or that incredible soulmate reading, or perhaps a weekly heads-up reading for your star sign, please go to my website. You can purchase all the readings there or book them. And coming up next, you will see a sample of the layout that I would use for a weekly heads-up reading, and you would receive an audio recording of what's happening for the week for your star sign as well. Aquarius, I'm starting with your relationship reading, moving on to your success reading, followed by your happiness reading, and finishing up with the all-important overarching energy card of the month. I use the Romance Angel cards, even though this doesn't have to be about romantic relationships. It can be any important relationship. I will repeat, as I always do, I will read what it says on these cards, but that is a literal meaning for them when they're in a spread, and when I get message downloads to you, it might sort of alter the meaning a little, or expand it, or make it a longer story, whatever the case may be. So Flirt says, extend your light-hearted energies to others. Worth waiting for says, divine timing is at work in your love life. Make the effort says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Religious factors says, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Very soon says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So in the month of October, Aquarius, you are going to find that you perhaps feel like a more light-hearted approach to relationships, and you would be right. There is divine timing at work here, which says that something is emerging or transpiring in the month of October that was destined for this moment in time. That make the effort says it's going to require your participation, most definitely. I think it's you putting out that light-hearted energy. That next card of religious factors, which for me always speaks about core beliefs that you have built up over time. They can be from your religion, they can be from peers, they can be from family, very most likely from family, watching people around you, and even experiences you've had. You build up this huge belief system surrounding relationships. And I think the effort that needs to be made, and you're also going to feel like doing that in October, you want to change things. You don't want to think about relationships in the same way that you did, or always do. And when you start doing this, you very quickly, the very soon card says, you very quickly see things starting to change in the relationship arena. If you're in a committed partnership or relationship, you see the dynamics starting to change. If you've been looking for a partner or wanting a relationship for quite a while, you start seeing very quickly people start crossing your path, because you putting out this lighter energy, and you're changing the way you think and feel about relationships. You're changing your core beliefs, and you very quickly start seeing things changing because of that. Your success cards for the month of October, it's your tarot cards, is the 8 of Water, the 10 of Air, the 9 of Water, the 2 of Air, and the Queen of Air. Look at all those blue cards, literally swimming in cards. The 8 of Water says, you finally decide it's time to let go of a certain way of doing things or thinking about things. We've really seen that coming up in your relationship reading, and moving on from that because it's no longer working for you. It's no longer suiting your evolution. It's no longer making you feel like you even. Perhaps it's you've been on a path that is leading further and further away from the person you really are. And you leave it. You abandon it. Want to move to a different way of doing things. That 10 of Air says you are going to feel a bit of a tug and a pull, might be more than that, but you're going to let go of those things that were holding you down and holding you back, and it's a change in perspective. It might be a bit difficult to let go of a lot of those things, but you know that is necessary. The 9 of Water follows soon afterwards, so you start feeling that abundance coming into your life. That abundance of well-being, feeling better, more light-hearted, happier kind of feeling coming in. And that 2 of Air for me is always the balance between the heart and the mind. And I think at long last your heart takes over. Even though you've got all these blue air cards, which is always thought, you finally let your heart lead the way. And the Queen of Air says, well, this is all about for you is setting healthy boundaries. You've perhaps been doing a lot of things and walking a path which you feel is the right thing to do. You've let other people step on your toes. So you finally depart that path of doing what you feel other people expect of you, or what you feel is the right thing to do. And it's not easy. There are things you're going to have to give up because of that. So there's a bit of a tug and a pull of letting go, but it's all your own doing. You realize happiness lies in following your heart, not your mind, which probably has been driving you a bit hard over the last few months. You set those healthy boundaries. So you say to people, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I will do this, but under my own steam and when I'm ready and right for it. Your happiness cards, which is your tea leaf fortune telling cards. You get the shield, the mule, the peacock, the horseshoe, the carriage, the beetle, the bird flying, the element, the harp, the apple, and the rose. So these are the elements coming into your life. And I nearly said elephants again. And there's the elephant card. That you don't have any say in them coming into your life. They're fated, but they can be good as well. They don't necessarily need to be things you don't want. This shield says you need to defend yourself. The mule says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. The peacock says beware of great pride. So right at the beginning of October, you deal with somebody who is just not willing to budge an inch. Pride is the only thing standing in the way of you actually perhaps just getting up and walking out and leaving the situation, whatever it might be. But there's good luck that follows this situation. There's a journey and good fortune as well. And news is on the way. And the elephant says a long journey, either physical or mental. And the harp says great happiness. So the month might start off on a bit of it's not a shaky footing, someone's very solid foot that won't budge. But it very quickly turns in a positive direction. You actually have good fortune and good luck on your side, and good news comes in. There's definitely a journey involved here. You've got a journey twice, the card comes up. And it changes your perspective, that journey. There's definitely that there. It brings you great happiness. And right at the end, you have the apple. Temptation will test you and romance is in the air. Do I have to say that something in the romance department will definitely be tempting you? Very definitely. And that is towards the end of October. So I think your month kind of improves greatly as it goes along. I think there's a little blip at the beginning of it. And it's just a case of deciding, just maybe dropping your pride in some way and saying, you know what, I can't do this. I can't work with this person, or I can't do this any longer. It's not working for me. End of story. Don't let your pride stand in the way of what you know in your heart you want to do. And that person who is so stubborn, you don't think you're going to get around them. I think it's a case of actually needing to find a way to do it without them, or abandoning a project with a person that you just know is never going to change, or just head off in a completely different direction, whatever the case may be. Your final card, and it's interesting that it's played because that came up what came up in your relationship reading, but that energy is coming up right through your reading. This is the overarching energy for you for the month of October. This is the energy to utilize and access in the month of October. And play is just as important as work, Aquarius. You guys can work very hard when you put your minds to it. And it's maybe just a gentle reminder in the month of October, go out and play as hard as you work. Bring play into your workplace, even as important. Bring play into your life in general. Don't let it be all about work and tough decisions and conscientiousness and honor and all that kind of thing. Play. This little line cover is really having fun playing on its back there all by itself. And that's maybe something for you to think of. Go and play all by yourself. Go and do something you really enjoy doing, and just leave all the people that drag you down and make you feel like you have to be doing things for them and you have responsibilities, and go and play by yourself for a while. That's definitely an energy coming through for you. It will shift things in a big way. It will shift your perception. It will make you realize what it is that you really want in your life, and also what it is that you really do not want in your life. Right, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you would like a personal private reading, I'm just going to repeat again, or that amazing soulmate reading, please contact me via the links in the description box below. You can either email or go to the website and book or purchase a reading. I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking and subscribing. And also to those of you that are sharing my videos, a very, very special thank you. I truly appreciate it.